trying to get started on the small Santa Maria grill out here. This is an octagon shape for the bottom that I'm cutting out. This is going to have a little different look than they normally do. One of the main things I wanted to try with this was a 3-point leg stance instead of the usual 4 or whatever. I've done this same stance with stools before, wooden stools, just using 2x4s and plywood, and they worked out really good. I actually still have one in the shop. But here I'm just fitting the sides up, using spacers to get the outside corner joint. On here I'm starting to cut out a pattern. This was kind of an afterthought. I've seen it done before on round ones. Actually, it's been probably 10-12 years since I've seen that, but I always wondered what it would look like on the octagon shape, so I'm trying it out. This would have been a lot easier to do ahead of time to cut out, but like I said, it was an afterthought. And it's just tacked together right now. I started to cut the tacks and do it, but I figured it'd be easier to try to keep the pattern going in this shape also. And you can kind of see it coming together on the side there. And there it is. It took quite a while to cut all those circles. Not to mention just laying it out on there. And this is the legs I was talking about. It's kind of tricky getting them set up on there. I drew a circle the size of that octagon around it and used that to get my spacing on them. You can tell I did this a few weeks ago because I had a jacket on. It was actually cool that morning. I started a few weeks ago and then ended up needing a couple pieces to get it finished, and it just took me a while to get back to the steel yard just to get those. I was waiting until I had to go for other stuff instead of making a separate trip. But this is just a little frame to go on the bottom. It holds the ashtray. You can see that little cart kind of behind me. It's one of those hydraulic carts. They came in real handy putting those braces in on the legs. I could scoot it right up under there and use it as a table underneath. This is the rack. I have this angle iron notched. That's why it's bending so easy. I was still using that little Speed machine. I just kind of keep using it until it runs out of gas or wire and then swap to the other one and then do the same thing again on it. I didn't get a whole lot after this. I'm just kind of getting it put together now. It made that frame a little more difficult to get on there with those circles on the side. I'll have to change the little brackets a little bit and stuff. But this is one of the side tables here. It's actually scored down the sides. I'm going to bend it up. Just trying to give it a little lip around the side. Then I'm just drawing some little pieces to cut out. I'm going to fit in expanded metal just to add a little flair. That was actually kind of tricky because the expanded metal, when you get down in those corners, it starts falling apart when you cut it. So you have to kind of piece it back together. It definitely gives it a different look with those circles around it. I wanted to add something to that front side above the ashtray because it looked kind of plain. So I'm cutting out a little barbecue sign for it. You can see this big tinted face shield I got on. That works a lot better for me than sunglasses because I have to wear readers or to be all blurry when I'm looking at it. And I was wearing sunglasses over the readers. And it works okay if you got the right set of glasses. But that tinted face shield does a lot better. But I went ahead and got everything wrapped up now. Got it all painted up and everything. Everything came out real good on it. I put a little back plate on the barbecue sign. And it's set up the same as the other Santa Marie's. It has multiple rack adjustments. This one has fire bricks down inside. You can get the rack right down there on top of it. That's the clean out tray. Your fire can go on top of that clean out door. I mean, it's not in the way of anything. You can just scoot your fire right on top of it. But if you're interested in a grill or this grill or any other smoker or anything, I have my email in the description box. You can shoot me an email. And if you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe. We'll see you on the next one.